marriage, relationships, and the power of mutual support. Why do people get married? Men have roles to fulfill, and women have roles to fulfill. When they work together, they can achieve incredible things. That is why we seek a partner and get married. If you are considering marriage, it should be with someone you have helped. If you have helped someone, that person will naturally like you, and you will be able to live together. However, if you have never helped that person and yet expect to live together, you are merely setting a date for separation. This is a 100% certainty. If you have not provided help, how can that person align with you and live together harmoniously? It is impossible. Does giving money to someone who lacks it mean you have helped them? No, it does not. Instead, you need to help them understand why they are struggling financially and guide them toward a better way of living so that they can generate wealth themselves. That is true help. When you introduce them to the right knowledge and help them recognize their mistakes and correct their path, they will improve their lives. If you have helped someone, they will remain in your life. However, if you have never helped the people around you, your connections will start disappearing. If they do not disappear immediately, you will continue to spend vast amounts of resources on them until everything is depleted, and only then will they leave. This marks the beginning of a new era in your life. If you have become divorced, dulsing, it means your life has encountered failure. You entered a relationship without fully understanding your partner, and because neither of you knew how to live harmoniously, you fought and separated. This is common in today's world. When you do not understand your partner, you will soon argue, get angry, and prepare for separation. The timeline of separation can be predicted by checking the frequency of arguments. Every argument increases the likelihood of separation exponentially. If fights double, it means you are accelerating toward a breakup. People enter relationships thinking, I am meeting you because I can help you, not I am meeting you because I need you to help me. You should decide to be with someone after having conversations and realizing that you can contribute positively to their life. That is what a meaningful connection is. However, many relationships today are based on desire. People see someone they like and try to possess them as if they were an object. They may even financially support the other person, thinking that person will appreciate them more. But soon, they will expect something in return and start demanding reciprocity. The giver will stop giving, and the recipient will demand more, leading to growing distance and eventual separation. We need to understand the true purpose of relationships. The reason men and women come together is mutual support. Women have strengths, and men have strengths. Without cooperation, no endeavor can be fully realized. Both must work together and understand their roles to achieve success. If you have experienced failure, you must learn from it to ensure that your next relationship does not end the same way. When a marriage is built correctly, it leads to an enriched life and lasting harmony. A proper marriage never ends in separation. Instead, it enhances the quality of life for both partners because they help each other grow. Instead of thinking about marriage as simply finding a spouse, focus on helping others. If you find someone you like, help them by listening carefully to their words before speaking yourself. Answer their questions when they ask, rather than pushing your own thoughts onto them. Do not try to persuade or charm them into a relationship. Relationships built on charm alone do not last. Those who entered relationships by deceiving or misleading others often end up separating. Many couples in Korea remain together today not because they never thought of separating but because they are financially dependent on each other. True relationships should not be based on such dependencies but on genuine mutual support. Society should study these patterns, just as religious communities help people navigate their emotional struggles. Instead of just lamenting relationship failures, people should analyze their causes and develop better ways to build strong, healthy partnerships in the future. Do not try to manipulate or win over someone into a relationship, as this is rooted in selfish desire. Such relationships inevitably lead to pain and loss. Instead, seek to help others. When two people genuinely support each other, they naturally develop a deep bond of gratitude and affection. This applies not only to romantic relationships but also to friendships. Helping others, listening to them, and providing guidance when asked will strengthen relationships rather than weaken them. Avoid constantly talking about yourself. If someone does not ask for your opinion, do not impose it on them. Doing so makes you appear arrogant and will push people away. However, when someone asks for your input, sharing your knowledge is not arrogance, it is a response to their curiosity. If you truly help someone, regardless of whether they are single or divorced, they will naturally become your lifelong partner. Instead of forcing a relationship, focus on being a person who brings value to others, and the right connections will form on their own. Question: I heard in a lecture that one must get married to live a righteous life. Is this true? Answer: no, marriage is not a necessity. What matters is finding a partner to walk through life with. If you marry someone and your relationship enhances both of your lives, then marriage is beneficial. However, if you constantly fight and create conflict, your life will not improve. In such cases, it is better to remain single. Why enter a marriage only to fight? Such relationships are not meant to be. Even in friendships, conflicts arise when people do not understand each other. If you study and understand how relationships function, you will never have unnecessary fights, and your relationships will become true treasures. The key to a successful relationship is to meet someone with whom you can coexist in a mutually beneficial way. Do not rush into marriage, instead, focus on creating genuine, supportive relationships. That is the true path to a fulfilling life. Marriage, relationships, and the power of mutual support. Summary: marriage is not a necessity but a way to enhance life through partnership. Men and women have different roles, and when they work together, they can achieve great things. A successful relationship is based on mutual help and support, not just attraction or personal gain. Key points. 1. Marriage and partnership. Marriage is beneficial when both partners support each other. If a relationship leads to constant conflict, it may be better to stay single. 2. Helping others strengthens relationships. A lasting relationship is built by helping each other grow, not by trying to possess or control someone. True help means guiding a partner to improve their life, not just providing financial aid. 3. The role of communication. Listen carefully to others before speaking. Answer only when asked. Do not impose your thoughts. Avoid arrogance by focusing on mutual support and understanding. 4. Avoiding toxic relationships. Relationships based on desire or control often fail. If a relationship is forced, it will eventually break down. Financial dependency should not be the foundation of a relationship. 5. A meaningful life. The goal is to form genuine, supportive relationships, not just to get married. Study past mistakes to build better future relationships. A true partnership is based on mutual growth and shared values. Conclusion. Marriage is valuable when it brings mutual benefit and happiness. Instead of focusing on finding a spouse, prioritize forming relationships based on genuine care, support, and understanding. By doing so, you will naturally attract the right partner and build a fulfilling life. Story of love and understanding. Sunwoo never believed in marriage. Growing up in a home where his parents constantly fought, he thought love was fleeting and unstable. Instead, he poured himself into his work, dedicating his life to helping others. He found fulfillment in small acts, teaching children, aiding the elderly, and supporting his community. One day, he met Yuna at a volunteer center. She was kind, patient, and always willing to listen. Unlike others, she never tried to change him, never imposed her ideas on him. She simply existed beside him, understanding his fears without needing to speak them aloud. Their bond deepened through shared moments, quiet evenings spent discussing books, morning walks through the park, and working side by side in their volunteer efforts. Yuna never pressured Sunwoo into defining their relationship, never asked him for promises he wasn't ready to make. Instead, she simply supported him, and in return, he found himself wanting to be a better person for her. One evening, under a sky painted in hues of pink and gold, Sunwoo finally spoke. Yuna, I used to think marriage was unnecessary. But being with you, I realize it's not about a ceremony or a title, it's about finding someone you can walk through life with, without fear. I don't need marriage, but I need you. Yuna smiled, her eyes filled with quiet warmth. Then let's walk together, however we choose, and in that moment, Sunwoo understood. Love wasn't about possessing someone or forcing a commitment. It was about mutual understanding, support, and the quiet, unspoken promise to be there for one another. Their journey was just beginning, but they knew they would face it together, hand in hand.